What is up, everyone, and welcome to a very special Makersplace and Whale presentation of Blockchain Beats, where we explore the pioneering artists taking audio and music to the next level of emerging tech and interactivity with NFTs. Our guests today are KoRn, Grammy Award-winning, genre-redefining, record-smashing band whose dark and aggressive music continues to resonate with fans around the world, and Dreamonaut, a 3D digital artist out of Mexico whose emotive, surreal works evoke the beauty in the macabre, exploring the far corners of the mind inspired by music and folklore. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today to talk about your collaboration in the NFT space, dropping on Makersplace about 20 minutes from now.
That's exciting, man. We've been working on this with Dreamonaut for a few months now. We're excited to do this.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, it's great to see you guys. What have you been up to this past crazy year?
Oh man.
What do you call it? Homeschooling?
I went from rock star to second grade teacher like in a matter of one day.
Yeah,
It was quite humbling, I gotta say. Just kind of being home with the family, trying to be okay with isolation when we live in a world, when me and this guy live in a world where we are out meeting people and our whole lives are based around being on the road. So
right.
We had our challenges. I had mine for sure. And we can't, like me and him can't drink because we're really good at it. And so like we can't, when the kids go to bed, have some drinks and just like chill out, you know. It's like we have to take it all. But my daughter's 23 now, so this guy's got some like a two, is she 2 yet?
Yeah, she's almost 2.
Oh my god.
2-year-old.
From 2-year-old to
5 and 8.
It's crazy.
8-year-old. So
Yeah, the COVID has definitely made a significant impact on artists that love to tour, and you guys are just so energetic. Your live shows are crazy. You know, when you see a KoRn show, it's going to be an amazing show. You just give everything. I know a lot of people describe it as almost cathartic just being there. I can't imagine what it's like for you guys. Quick side note: I actually went to I went to a few concerts of yours, but my favorite was the 20th anniversary tour. I hit it up in the House of Blues in Boston. And the energy and the tension was just palpable, and there was just like a sweaty riot. It was like, it was almost like going to a Mobb Deep concert in like the mid 90s in a Brooklyn basement in New York. You know what I mean? You could just feel the authenticity. You guys are amazing live.
thank you. Was that for the first album, 20th anniversary?
It was. Yep.
Yeah, those were some fun shows, man. We saw a lot of fans at those shows that had been following us from our very beginning of our career, and just to reconnect with them and the energy, and just it was inspiring, you know.
Yeah.
Again, and to have that in this part of our career is such a gift.
Yeah, and you guys really have a history of fan interactivity and just being accessible. You know, I just feel like you've always been very interactive with the fans, and even using different pathways to try to connect. From, you guys were always participants in TRL. I don't know if that was a fun experience or not, but you were doing it for the fans. Between the album,
It was fun.
It was
Was
surreal because it was like you're in New York City, you're on TV with all these pop stars, and it was just like, this is crazy.
And
right?
all the fans, thousands of fans would be down like
Waiting in the lobby of the building.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was like a mini Beatlemania.
Right.
Yeah.
And you did, you did the album cover contest for issues, just like a lot of different ways that you connected and always tried to do that, which is why, the NFT thing just makes perfect sense for you guys and being able to do some different stuff.
Listen, we were the first band to even get like
We did a live stream.
Like on the internet, right?
Yes.
Remember in 97?
97, we did a live stream from our studio up in Indigo Ranch, Malibu, where we recorded our first 2 albums. The first album in Life is Peachy. We did a live performance, and it was still it was a regular phone line.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like a dial-up modem.
Wow. So
Yeah.
we've always been down with the futuristic, the things that are coming in and changing the world, just like the crypto space, man. And we're open to it. We love it, and we know it's going to take the world by storm and just keep growing and growing.
Yeah, for sure. And art's always been a component of the band's identity as well, between the cover contest, between, the Geiger mic that Jonathan had commissioned, which is very cool in itself. And even he talked about Geiger was an important non-musical influence to rock and metal, right? Art's always been something that's been at the forefront. I think it's pretty cool, even the Ragdoll, how it's evolved over the years, right? Like not the last album, but the one prior, it kind of looks zombie-ish, right? Like it's been through some stuff, right?
Dude, that doll symbolizes our souls going through so much crap over the decades, right? It's like I think any human being gets the hell beat out of them in life. So yeah, that's a symbol.
Or even Freak on a Leash, like that video, everybody knows that video. Whether they were fans of rock or new metal or alternative or whatever at the time, everybody knows this video. Funnily, a lot of people also associate it with the Busta Rhymes, Janet Jackson song that was always playing back to back with you guys at the time. But really pushing the boundaries. I think it's called What's It Gonna Be, right? I think so. But yeah, you guys were really pushing the boundaries and being progressive, and so it's cool to see you entering the space.
Right on, man. Thank you. We're excited. We can't wait to hopefully, grow in the space as well, as time goes by.
Yeah. And so Dreamonaut, his aesthetic is really like a perfect fit for you guys with that kind of dark, macabre, you said robot, futuristic. It kind of lends itself to the style of your music and some of the stuff that he evokes. How did you discover him or make the connection?
I mean, we wanted to get into this space, and we felt like if we kind of try to jump into it without having somebody who truly knows it, we're going to be jumping into an ocean of kind of, we're here, and it's not going to make so much of a splash. So we kind of started looking to partner with different artists, and we came across his stuff and felt like, man, this guy would be amazing to partner with. We should try to contact him and see if he'd be into it, because like a lot of artists, we're picky who we team up with. You have to have a mutual respect, like artistically and aesthetically. So I'm glad that he agreed to, because I think we're going to make a bigger splash with the collaboration.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And Dreamonaut, how was it like getting that call, and did you feel the synergy, from their music to what you do?
Oh man, well, when I first got the email from the guys from Makerspace and Velvet Hammer, it was like I didn't know if I should believe that was happening, because it was kind of unreal for me, because I've been a huge fan of KoRn since I wasn't even born when they were huge. So it's
I
pretty.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm 27 years old, so I mean,
when I see his art, it makes sense, right? It makes sense that he's a KoRn fan.
Yeah, you're amazing. I just want to tell you, your shit is so good, man. We're fans of you now.
I really appreciate that, man. So it was pretty crazy when I got that email, and I mean, I didn't hesitate for 1 second. It was like, let's do this. I mean, I immediately thought like we could put something together that that fans will love, and NFT community in general will love too.
Right. Yeah.
Also, can I just say, when we were looking through his stuff, there was such a commonality between the robotic and the humanoid sort of thing that he does, and it reminded me right away of bringing it back to the Giger microphone stand, where Giger used a lot of that. What is it called? Biomechanics. That sort of human and
the cyborg.
Thank you. Robotic kind of thing. So that sort of felt like a natural.
Yeah, it was just such a good match, man. Yeah. Just the style of your art. It was just such a good match, and so yeah, we're stoked that the collab could happen.
So it's super dope. We'll get to the pieces in a minute, but how did that collaborative process happen? Did you just sit down with some of their music playing and kind of what came to you kind of evoked the artwork that ultimately were part of this drop?
Well, for me, it was. I mean, I definitely listened to a lot of KoRn music. One thing you mentioned just earlier, it's that they really put effort into their covers, album covers, and that for me was the main inspiration. Like, of course their music, but also the vibe they like have with their covers and their artwork in general. And yeah, I started listening to a lot of Follow the Leader, Issues, See You on the Other Side. It's amazing. And yeah, I just started sketching some ideas and sent them over, and they loved it. So it was pretty natural.
We didn't have much to say to you, did we? It was just like this guy.
Yeah, no, it was pretty natural process. Yeah.
Yeah, knocks it out of the park right away. We're just like, wow, okay, no comment. This is just perfect.
I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. Like all the animation, it wasn't too much. The colors, the palette that you used, a lot of the, and then when we put the music to it, it was just like this. Holy shit! It just came to life.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That definitely, and that's major props coming from you guys, because like we talked about, you're so kind of holistic when you put something out there. The art is as meaningful, as the music and everything else. So it's awesome that you guys were able to find each other and really push that. So you mentioned earlier about being progressive with the first digital stream or whatever. You've always kind of been progressive in that way. Even you were one of the first early collaborators with dubstep, right? With Skrillex, with Get Up, which is on my workout playlist. I love that song. Playing the Apollo in '99. Like, you guys are always looking to be at the forefront and doing things differently. One of my favorite moments is when you really wanted to give a middle finger to the industry and leaked your MP3 ahead of the release of Issues, right? And that email chain, and just told everybody to share it, and just pissed everyone off.
Yeah,
we're always doing stuff.
We're always trying to actually just shake the system a little bit and remind people that they're part of this game. They're part of this process. They're part of being a fan. Isn't just being a fan to us. You're part of our family. And I think those kind of things shake them to shake people and remind them that how important their what am I trying to say? Their involvement is to what we do. And when we do those things, when we try to share like a live stream or do something, because we want people to peek their head into our world and be part of it, because the fans are so much a part of this band and the message, and just it's a way for them to remind them that they're important to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. So tell me about the drop, Monuments. Why was Monuments selected as the title? I love it, but I'd just like to hear from you guys, from your perspective.
Well, we did a live stream recently that felt so massive. We didn't want it just to end there. We felt like this can be massive as well. And we wanted to continue. And I think when you think about different monuments around the world, they last forever. Whether it's a statue or a rock or a piece of art that somebody made, even a building. There's lots of monument buildings. They last forever. They're protected. They're cherished. And it felt like a natural sort of way to go from this live stream that we did on this building rooftop over LA to kind of carry it on and see how many monuments we could digitally build,
Yeah.
My wife is actually a super fan, and she's pretty jealous right now that I'm having this interview with you, but she told me that it's perfect because your music is a monument to so many people's past. They associate the music you released to being a specific time in memory that's really so treasured by them. So, from a super fan's perspective, yeah, they said it's perfect.
What's your name?
Renee.
Shout out to Renee. That was wisdom, Renee. Wow. Thank you for that.
I wish I would have thought of that.
Right.
There you go. I'm sure you'll have some more interviews and you'll do a lot more cool stuff with NFTs.
We're stealing Renee's wisdom.
Nice. So as far as the NFT drop goes, I want to look at some of the specific pieces. You're going to have something for everybody, really, which is cool because you're allowing everyone to participate and take part. You have the one-of-one auction for a one-of-one piece. It's a full media piece and it has the audio, it has the amazing animation, and I think you guys also included 2 tickets to an upcoming show, right?
Yeah, that's right. We wanted to be inclusive for everybody, for them to be able to, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. If you want to, you can get a couple of tickets as well, as well as this original piece of artwork, and the audio is an original piece, never heard by anybody. So that's exciting. And then anybody can also take part in one of the smaller NFTs as well.
Right. Yeah, so there's their one-on-one auction, which is the full media tickets to a show. There's 2 limited edition pieces, and there's also even a $1 raffle, right? So anybody can jump in, no matter what walk of life, take part and come away with something that's amazing. So I love that you're tiering this, because you're like, just like everything else you've done, you want your fans to be a part of it. You want everyone to be part of this experience, and you're doing it with some carbon offsets, right? Via Ariel, to try to, I know there's a lot of discussion around NFTs and their impact on the environment, and you guys covered off on that as well.
Yes, it was important for us to offset the carbon footprint of the things that we create, right?
Yep, totally. And, that's where, like you said, there's a lot of discussion going on with that. And I know that, this is just the beginning of all this. And I know that, that's going to improve as time goes by. And we just wanted to show that, we are totally down with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
Right.
conscious. We're making a conscious effort to offset that. And so, because this thing, I believe, is kind of here to stay. And it's so good for artists that are starting out, even musicians that are getting into the space. I know NBA's into it.
Yeah.
So many people are doing it, but like you said, there has to be a cause and effect sort of thing. So we just want to make sure people understand that we're aware of it, we're conscious about it, and the decisions we make, we know have consequence, but we want to make sure that people
Right.
understand it, and that we do too.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'd love to take a look at that, each of the pieces, and you guys could talk a little bit about it. But here is the auction piece that's just amazing. Let me run this real quick. That's super dope. And you said that's a never before heard audio, right?
That's right.
So I'm just gonna buy it myself, and then
Right.
just every time I see it, I'm like, I want that.
I know, it's really cool.
And I got to be honest, I love this limited edition also, with kind of the robotic theme, and almost reminds me of, like you had said, biomechanics, but also almost video game-esque and dark. There's a lot of cool elements to this, and the audio just complements it perfectly. Again, a super sick piece.
Chaos.
I
Makes me think of chaos.
Yeah, it does. I have to load up my ETH right now. I'm getting a little antsy. Knowing that the drop.
Come on.
What are we at here? It's coming up soon, right? 3 minutes. Also, here's the other limited edition piece. This is just a visual piece, but it incorporates so many cool elements. I love the eyes on this.
There's my new tattoo right there.
Come on. Full back piece right there.
Right.
And of course, here is the monument that people can enter the raffle for. So, I think unlimited entries for people, I believe, and there's going to be 10 editions of these that'll be minted.
Amazing, man.
So cool.
I could stare at that for an hour and just, it makes me think of my past drug days. No, I'm just joking.
Well, I love that you guys are doing it, because NFTs allow such cool experiences that you guys can kind of enhance with your fans. And
Oh,
even beyond this, once people have it in their wallets, there's additional things you can do. I know that Dreamonaut, you've actually released on Async, right? So maybe you could work with these guys and talk about some musical pieces that can be parsed.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I hope this is just the beginning of something bigger, and I'll be thrilled to keep working with the band and keep making cool stuff for the fans.
Definitely.
awesome, man. Like you said, we are fans, so
Yeah, we are.
we'll see what the future holds.
Sure.
Are you guys familiar with Async, or like the stuff that can happen with the smart contract? They can literally take layers of music that people can own pieces of and kind of recompose the way that the song comes out in an NFT, like some really cool stuff. So this is just the beginning of possibilities, I'm sure.
That's cool.
Dude, we need to get like a NFT manager that is just like a whiz, just a brilliant, a separate manager for this space.
Yes,
This is crazy.
It's
man.
a whole thing. It can be a whole business on its own.
The sky is the limit with this world, man. It's so
good
exciting.
for artists. I love it. I love because everybody's been at home creating, and they're like, "What the hell are we gonna do with all the art we made?" And this is perfect for artists, I think, musicians as well.
Yeah, if there was one, silver lining to everybody having to quarantine and stay home, it was definitely the creative juices flowing and people experimenting. So love to see you guys in this space. And I'm sure with how progressive you've been throughout history, you guys might be the experts that are kind of setting the trend for the rest of the music industry to follow.
I mean, hopefully we'll see. We're just going with our heart, man. We're creative people, and this excites us. You know what I'm saying? We've been in this music business for a quarter century, and we want things that excite us, and this excites us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, the community's excited as well. There's tons of comments lighting up the Twitch, all over Discord. People are loving it. We are 45 seconds from this going live, so I wish you guys the best of luck. I want you to have an amazing drop, and I'm going to go get my wallet ready because these pieces are absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. Both of you. Appreciate the talk, and for everybody out there, we appreciate your support, and we'll see you somewhere on the road.
Thank you.
Dreamonaut, Monkey and Head, thank you for joining us today.
Right on.
Good luck.
It's been a pleasure. See you guys.